Hello book lovers, it's Becca. Welcome back to another video. Today we are going to be discussing Shatter Me by Tahereh Mafi. I know, I'm like the last person to read this trilogy. Well, not exactly a trilogy anymore because Tahereh Mafi has decided that she's going to create a series out of this. The next book in the series comes out in March and it is called Restore Me. I knew since everyone loves this trilogy that I had to read it so I could read the series, like the continuation of this series. I finally decided to pick up Shatter Me. It was so good. Solid 4 out of 5 stars. If you don't know what Shatter Me is about, I'm a little surprised since this is one of the most popular books in YA dystopian genre. It is about a girl named Juliet who is living in a new world where there is a society called the Reestablishment and they are in charge of everything. Pretty much like global warming has hit and everyone freaked out. There was no food for everyone. Animals started dying off. End of the world epidemic. The Reestablishment took over the world. Juliet, which is our main character, has a lethal touch. Whenever she touches someone, I can only describe it as they have so much excruciating pain from her touch that they inevitably die. She's kind of got, I don't know if it's a gift or if it's a curse. She thinks it's a curse. As we first start off the story, Juliet is imprisoned. She's living in an isolated cell, all by herself, alienated from society. And then a person shows up.
Things get real.
A little bit about my thoughts about this. I thought that the beginning was a little bit slow. I love Tahereh Mafi's writing. It's very poetic and it's like really magical. That's a good word to describe it. She really gets you in tune into the world. Definitely really focus on Juliet and all her thoughts and all her fears. I really did feel bad for Juliet because when we read the book, she's very isolated and she doesn't have any friends and her parents have abandoned her because she has this touch where she kills people. The beginning of the book is just really sad and a little bit slow. I was kind of getting worried as I was reading this because I thought I wasn't going to like it. And I wasn't understanding like why I wasn't really getting into it as much. Once I hit the halfway mark, it started to get really intense. The story was really gripping. The characters became way more interesting than they were in the beginning half of this book. I'm so excited to get my hands on the second book. I thought this story was very unique. I'm really interested in this new world, this new dystopian society that we are introduced to. That is my spoiler-free review. So if you have not yet picked up this book, make sure you go and read it and then you can come back and we can discuss this together. I'm just gonna dive right in and we're just gonna start talking about Warner. I've heard a lot of things about Warner in the book world because these books have been around for a really long time. So I've heard a lot about Warner. Warner is very, I don't know, psychotic. He was really crazy and I felt myself cringing a lot of all the things that he was saying to her. He was very obsessed with Juliet. There's supposed to be like a love triangle in this book and Warner is a part of this love triangle. I know that's a fact. It's set up that way in the first book too because he's in love with her. I don't see it. Like, I don't see her falling for Warner because he's psychotic. He's scary. He pressed her up against a wall and said,
"I love you so much, Juliet."
I don't know, but I think you're supposed to be playing hard to get. I don't know if you know that, but like, that's a thing. Just a tip. He wanted to take Juliet's powers and her gift or her curse and use it for his own gain. There's rumors that his father is really crazy also. At least I know where he gets it from. For now, I do not see Warner getting in a romantic relationship with Juliet. I just don't see it. He's scary. That is all. Let's talk about Adam. I don't see Adam working out either. Let me tell you why. I felt no chemistry or connection or passion between them. One thing that really made me cringe about their relationship was how she said to him that she loved him. They literally just started talking again. They went to school together. I guess they were nice to each other, but they really didn't have a relationship or kind of a friendship, maybe a little bit of a friendship, but I don't think they talked much. He can touch her. No other person can do that because then they scream and they die. Let me just say this. Juliet says she loved him, but did you see Adam said that he loved Juliet? I don't recall that ever being said out of his mouth.
Why aren't you saying it back? Don't you love me?
I felt so bad that Juliet's power made her kill people. Juliet herself is a very nice, kind, giving person. She's very innocent, she's very naive. When Warner, supposedly the person that also loves her, takes her to see this little child, he makes her pick him up. He deliberately made her do something that she did not want to do. The baby was screaming and crying in pain, and Juliet was just trying to comfort him. I'm hoping that as we go on in this series, she gains control of her power, more understanding of it. One example how Warner was a little bit psychotic. Him and Juliet are having an argument. She says Warner's name, and he says,
You just said my name.
Yeah.
Never said my name in a sentence before. That means I'm making progress with you.
What? I'm sorry, is Warner not your name? Should I have not said your name in a sentence? This is when the story started getting really, really good, was when Adam and Juliet escaped. Yes, 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 we finally escaped. We finally got away from Warner. I feel like we were trapped in that place for forever. I didn't think it was very safe when Adam decided to go to his little brother's house that he was staying. First off, that neighborhood for kids, that just shows how messed up this society and this world is, that we have orphan kids living in a whole entire street together, going to school together, and they're eating fake food. Adam's little brother James was so cute and so sweet, and he was just so energetic, and he was just ready for anything. He was like, oh, we're escaping, we're leaving. I'm ready, Adam, let's go. And then Kenji shows up, and I loved him. This is the character that we needed throughout this whole entire book. He made everything funny. You always have one of those characters that just makes everything funny, everything better, and Kenji is that character. I didn't trust him when he showed up at the door. Reading as many books as I have, you really don't learn to trust characters. They have to be lying about something. Let's just talk about the moment when Juliet shot Warner. I thought it was really funny because she tricked him. Good job, Juliet. Very well done. Then Kenji takes us to Omega Point. Castle is the person that runs this whole entire place. He has a gift just like Juliet. Yay, we're finally in a place where there's other people just like her. There's kids just like her. I love how we've set up that there is other people that have abilities. Juliet finally feels a little bit normal, and she doesn't hate herself so much. She can finally start to learn what her gifts is about. How did she get it? How can she control it? Can she control it? And Warner is not dead. He's tough. I'll give him that. So those were my quick thoughts on Shatter Me. Make sure to leave your comments down below on your thoughts about this book. I hope you enjoyed this review. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!